Welcome back to Boy Band Break, where we encourage you to take a break from your day and join us in some boy band conversations. As always, I'm Chinzia.
I'm Sophia.
And I'm Lydia, aka Mama Lou.
You notice we are missing someone, so Diane is not here today. She's actually feeling under the weather, not COVID, but she is feeling sick and can't really talk, so she felt probably wasn't a good idea to talk in a podcast. So there you go.
And we hope she feels better, and she'll be back next episode.
She will be back next episode, so feel better, D.
And everyone send in the comments below, type feel better D, and she will get those messages.
The positive vibes will get to her.
Positive vibes.
They will.
Yes. Which always sucks, when you're like on vacation and then you suddenly get sick. So you're like, go. And then like, so obviously Diane is a teacher. So she just finished school on Friday and she was like, I have 2 weeks off to relax. And then now she's sick. So I find that happens too sometimes when I'm on vacation, because you're so like figuring out like, oh, I got to get all this work done ahead of time and all this other stuff. And now I'm like, I can relax. Just kidding. You're sick. Yeah. So, oh, well.
It's me all the time.
Oh, well, fun times.
To the best of us.
Yeah.
It sure does. Okay, so today, guys, we're going to discuss what we were hoping to discuss last week. And it is a very boy band holiday special.
A very boy band holiday.
Yes. So as you may have heard a few weeks ago, we were a little frustrated because we wanted to do this episode and we all had our PVRs and stuff and ready to go at 8. Lydia had come over and made a bunch of pizzas because she doesn't have cable. So we're like, all right, we're going to watch this. It's great. And then football happened. So I was like, Buffalo Bills and New England Patriots. I don't even know who won. I was just so enraged because this is not the first time that Buffalo was like, there's nobody who likes boy bands in the area. I was just going to play football So anyways, I was a little upset and not the greatest.
You were beyond.
It was a very bad day and I was very much looking forward to it. And it just like, So anyways, long story short, huge thanks to our listener, Robin, who was able to find us
Robin.
the video.
Robin's the best. Thank you.
Yes, because obviously YouTube takes it down. They don't put it up, but there was like this other thing. We'll post the link somewhere so you guys can also watch it as well. But it was fantastic, and that is.
Is that your boss?
No, it was one of my coworkers, but I will figure that out later.
Text him. Yeah.
Yes, that's fine.
Okay.
He can wait. So anyway, so yes, there you go. So we were able to watch it and it's very cute. And thank you very much, Robin, for all your help. And so anyway, so shall we start?
Yes, we shall.
Okay, so it's fairly short. It's only 41 minutes, 55 seconds. So I guess it was an hour-long special on TV. So other bonus about watching it online, there are no commercials. So there you go.
That's right. It came right back after each time that it looked like it was a commercial.
So so it was very like, they tried to make it very old-timey, I would say. Like even at the beginning, like ABC presents in color, blah, blah, blah. And it was like, so I just want to go in here saying that if you guys think that this is some sort of highbrow, intelligent, blah, 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 it's not. It's a cheesy, fun holiday special, kind of like reminiscing of the specials.
Which is pretty much normal for boy bands. They're cheesy fun.
And I think that was kind of like the thing, right? And it also kind of basically reminded me of a musical, because like when you go to a musical, you're like, hey, what's up, buddy? Oh, I don't know. La, 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 la. I've broken out into song. So it was like literally like them breaking out into song.
Yeah.
So,
it was fun.
It was fun. So the quick story of how this came about is I think Eric is actually the one who approached ABC.
That is true.
So Eric from O-Town and was like, hey, I have this idea. Do you want to do this? And then they reached out to a bunch of different boy bands. There was a lot of people very annoyed and mad that the Backstreet Boys were not included in this.
Yeah.
But we don't know specifically the reason, if it was a timing issue, if they weren't asked or what, or ABC didn't want to pay money.
I do want to say on Twitter, when people watched this, they were like, I understand why the Backstreet Boys didn't go into this. So I thought that was funny.
I feel like some of the Backstreet Boys like to take themselves more seriously than the other ones. So yes, I don't know. But anyways, hopefully it'll be like a yearly tradition and they'll do these boy band holiday specials every year. That was kind of like the hope. But anyways, shall we get going? So it opens up with a lovely cabin in the woods with snow falling down.
Narration.
And Joey Fatone. Yeah, there was narration. Who was narrating? Eric was narrating, right? I think.
I have no idea. It sounded like an old man.
It sounded like an old guy, so I have no idea.
It's like, in the cabin in the woods, blah, blah, blah. Cabin in the woods. Yeah. It's not
different musical.
That was Evil Dead the musical. Anyways, so Joey is decorating, and Wanya Morris from BoysIIMen comes through, and he's holding a bunch of stuff, and he's all like bags and stuff, and he's like, "What the heck? I thought we were playing poker." And then Joey's like, "Oh, I thought it would be better if we did a boy band holiday."
Yeah. And the amount of times that these people said a boy band holiday.
I'm like, oh, this is catchy.
So
and then
I wrote in my notes that the amount of times that they said it, you could take a shot each time they said it, and then you would be drunk every time.
There you go. Get yourself some festive eggnog or whatever you drink around Christmas and go. So then Wanya's like, we're not a boy band. And then Joey was like, you have the word boy in your name, right? Because BoysIIMen.
BoysIIMen.
Yeah.
And then he was like,
now we're men.
Yes. And then he was saying Joey was like, NSYNC and 98 Degrees has waived their appearance fees. And then it was just like, and then he's like, what is this, true? And then he's like, Chris and Drew are on the phone. And they're like, yeah, we're on our way, blah, blah, blah. I was just like, it was so fucking
cheesy. It was so cheesy, but I was like, okay, this is fun.
Yeah.
And then I have Joey wooing. I don't know what that means.
So he sings a very boy band holiday, and then they come and Joey's like, is that good? And then he's like, I'm leaving.
And then I said, Wanya says, when is everyone getting here? And then Shawn Stockwood and Chris show up. Yes. And I would have to point out that Shawn is wearing a very lovely black jacket that's all sparkly. So I was very impressed with that thing. And Chris has a little bit of a man bun going on, is wearing like plaid pants and stuff. So they show up, and Shawn also doesn't know what a boy band holiday is. So then they sing it again.
So then, Joey's like, do you want us to sing it again? And then Wendy's like, no. Don't do that.
And then my next note says cart of balls. I don't know.
Chris had a wagon full of ornaments. He had a full of ornaments. And then someone else was like, Shawn. Shawn was like, do I need to bring a wagon full of ornaments? And they're like, no, it's fine.
And Chris says, I put the Chris in Christmas.
Yes, I did write that.
Joey's like, nobody says that. Nobody says,
The set was super nice as well. Like,
it was nice. So it was like kind of like a living room. There was like a fireplace. There was a big tree. Stockings. There was like the stockings had all the boy band names that were appearing in the episode there. So then the first real song, if you don't count Boy Band Holiday as a song, is Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree, and Joey Fatone and Chris Kirkpatrick sing that one.
Yes.
And they're decorating the tree as they sing the song.
And then there's but it's not like just like that. It's like then cutting to be like, hey, and then they start doing like a little dance at some point. And
they're just like really into the song. And I'm like, okay, that's good. Enthusiasm. Show some enthusiasm. That's great. I enjoyed that.
He's playing the fake saxophone, and it looked like he was shitting for a minute.
Yes.
I was like, what is this?
I go, Joey looks like he's farting, but he's actually playing a fake saxophone.
Yeah, right?
Yes.
I also have silver branches. Branches. They're putting like, those branches in the tree to decorate.
That's a new trend that people do.
Yes.
I saw Pam and Mike do it. That's
Josh did it too. That shit is expensive for like one little like fucking like little branch leaf thing. It's like $8.
Is it just me or is she cutting out?
I don't know. Do you keep hitting the table or something?
Me? No.
Oh, maybe it's something to you.
Is it me?
Might be. Is your audio jack okay?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, sounds better. Okay, sounds good.
I don't know what you did, but great job.
Okay, I was like, is that me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So then, so there's awkward dancing as they're singing "Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree," and then I said,
it was a little bit awkward. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like I was like, what is happening? Are they drunk? Like, and then
I will say, I expected more choreographed dance in this, but that was just my opinion.
Well, I feel like the budget was low and they didn't have time.
I feel like that's probably why Backstreet wasn't involved because the budget was low. But yeah, okay, go ahead.
And then they said, they don't call me the Christmas tree king for nothing. And then
I wrote that down too.
Nobody calls you that.
Yes, sorry, that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was that. So then after that, did you guys have anything else to add about that section?
No, keep
or-
going.
No, you got it good. Yeah, you got it.
All right, so then 98 Degrees shows up. Well, 3/4 of 98 Degrees. Nick Lachey does not show up. They said that he is in... No, because he's in it. They actually said that he's in Hawaii with his family, which is true because his wife is on some new TV show.
Oh, yeah.
NCIS Hawaii.
Ooh, that's nice.
Yes.
Okay, I'd like if my wife was in Hawaii as a TV show in Hawaii.
Yes,
Okay.
so that's what. So whole fam jam is living in Hawaii right now. So,
Wow.
like, oh, what a sad life they lead. But then he spent extra money for extra gift. Oh, they were bringing gifts. He's like, don't worry, Nick has sent all these gifts for you, which they never open any gifts at any point in time. So it's just like adding to the tree. And then, right away, you're just like, oh, 4 of them are walking in. So you think it's 98 Degrees, but it's not because Eric from O-Town walks in with them. And if I recall correctly, he was wearing like a blue velour jacket.
That was nice.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yes.
he looked good.
So,
And because they were carrying the gifts, it went into the song,
yes.
which was called
This Gift. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So Chris is like, what? You said no gifts. And then Joey was like, you didn't buy me anything again. And then something else happens. And then Drew says, stay in your lane, Fatone.
Yeah.
So like,
and then he's like, okay, it's over here. And then they walk away.
yes. So then, so then they start to sing This Gift. So it's 98 Degrees and Eric. I said something that I cannot read my handwriting.
I said,
Did I write cutesy song? Was it a cutesy song?
it was cutesy. I feel like you know what could have been needed is lots more dancing, close shots, and face caressing. That's what like ladies like it. You know, or just like like when you're romancing the camera.
Oh,
Oh my God! I thought you meant
each other.
No.
Hey, Erik-Michael
like-
Estrada.
Like I
Yes,
just,
Drew Lachey.
you know what I'm saying? Okay.
Oh my God, that would have been hilarious.
That would have been good. That would have been fan fiction for life. But like, I feel like this was not sexy enough. It was more goofy.
Sorry, I read it. It's catchy song is what I wrote, not cutesy.
Okay.
I thought it was catchy. I feel like this is this their song?
Yeah. It's 98 Degrees song. Yeah.
It's a 98 Degrees song. And I was just like, you know what? This song is kind of catchy and it's talking about like this gift or whatever. And then
Joey got
Drew and Justin are wearing scarves. Jeff is wearing a black velvet jacket. Eric is wearing a blue velvet jacket. And somebody is wearing sparkle pants. Oh, I think Eric was wearing like sparkly pants.
Yeah, to go with his blue jacket.
Yeah, so he kind of like matches with the 98 Degrees guys and kind of like flows in there.
All right.
So and then they do the song. And then Joey bought Chris a Christmas gift, which was Joey merchandise in a size medium, not smaller medium, but medium, which I'm like, neither of these sizes will fit Chris, but you know, whatever. So that's Joey's like, I got you some merch. I was curious, is that the merch that they're actually selling on their website, or is it just kind of just random?
It could be. I don't remember.
Let's find out. Okay, you keep talking and I'll find out.
All right.
But yeah, I thought it was funny.
Okay, so then my next.
Read your own writing?
No, it says name all boys.
I will tell you that it is not the merch that is on their website. It probably was some like ancient merch
or something he found on eBay or something.
Yeah,
probably.
So name all boys is what I wrote, which I don't know what that means. And it says Lance is covered in puke.
I didn't see Lance.
Oh, okay. Sorry. This was like leading into a commercial break. So like the voiceover guy's like, it has Joey Fatone and so and this and that. And then there's like a picture of Lance covered in puke and looking like a raccoon.
Haggard,
or whatever.
yeah.
So then
right, because that was the first like scene, like the first.
Yeah, so this is the first. Yeah, so it's like now we're in a commercial break, and then that. So then there's commercial, and then Joey's eggnog is what they come back to.
That's right.
Yes, And then I have ho, ho, ho. And then Chris says, is that Santa? And then Joey says, no, it's Joey Mac, or Joey McIntyre might have said this. No, it's Joey Mac and Griffin too.
Yeah.
So Joey McIntyre arrives with his son Griffin, who apparently is now 5'5", and they're like, "Oh my God, why is Griffin so tall? What's going on?"
He grew so much.
I'm gonna mention here that Joey's hair sucks. Like it sucked so bad.
I cannot recall what it looked like.
It was like puffy and stupid.
He didn't comb it properly.
It looked dumb. I hate it.
Well,
I was not sexy at all. I was expecting sex on legs for this whole thing.
For a Christmas special?
To be fair, it's Christmas, right? So it's wholesome family entertainment. It's not sexy.
I would have liked sexy. I was looking for sex on legs, and then I got dad bod in wool socks. So that if you're expecting sexy, that's not happening here. Just so you guys are aware.
Well, it's winter time. They got to be covered up.
I don't give a shit. They're fucking LA or some shit.
It's cozy, right? Like cozy time.
They're in a studio. That's not a real cabin. Like
what? Just breaking the veil there, Lydia.
What is this? Come on, Lydia. Get in the spirit of pretending.
Bathrobes, some pecs. Whatever. But okay. Anyways, that was just what.
Have you seen all of these boy banders? They're in their 40s.
I want to see Dick.
The only one that would look good was Drew and Jeff Timmons. Those are like the two who probably have pecs and all that.
I know. It would have been
Lydia,
nice,
if you want to see dicks, that is not the proper thing that's going to air on ABC Family. It's not going to air.
Candy canes. I want to see candy canes. Anyways, it's just
oh my God. Remember that time we were looking up, I can't remember which boy band Naked. I think you said, was it?
It was BTS.
BTS Naked.
Oh my God, on the YouTube? Yeah.
And then it was just like this random, then they pasted their faces, and it didn't even look like they weren't even the same skin tone, and the heads were much bigger than the body.
Was it in a forest or something?
They were two random guys in a forest naked with these BTS faces. And Lydia's like, oh, I got it. And we're just
I found it, guys. Golden ticket.
And then we're like, okay, Lydia.
That was so
wow,
funny.
That was hilarious.
I'm just Okay, let's continue with the.
Oh my God, you're hilarious. Okay. So anyway, Joey McIntyre, Griffin come in. Joey was talking about Christmas and the Feast of the Seven Fishes and Italian dinner, and there's always sauce and meatballs, and I think they were talking about their Christmas traditions at this point.
Yeah, because Joey says, "Oh, you're from Boston," and then he's like, "Yes, I'm from Boston, but we live in LA."
Yes, and then Chris was talking about how his son Nash is 4 now, and they're starting new traditions, and they have the stockings, and they have the elf on the shelf and all that stuff. So it's fun to rediscover Christmas through your child's eyes. And then Wanya was saying that, they just like to relax around the house. And he does Hanukkah. So I'm not really sure why he's on a Christmas special, but he does Hanukkah, but his wife does Christmas. So they have made a Hanumis.
Yes.
So it's a combination of Hanukkah and Christmas, which I feel was it the OC that had Christmas?
Yeah.
The
OC. That's cute.
Yeah. So it's the best of both worlds. You get your 7 presents, and then you get the other stuff. So that's what he was saying. So Wanya was saying how more chill it is. So Joey's we're no longer living in Boston at the moment. We're in Hollywood.
Nice.
And then he said something about a new edition, or.
Yes.
He mentioned New Edition.
He said New Edition is also from Boston. So he's like New Edition. And then they were there.
And then Bobby Brown and Michael Bivins come in, and they're like, sorry, we're late because we got lost. And then they're talking about being lost in the woods and wasn't sure if this was the right house, but it was, and all this stuff.
He took a wrong turn or something like that.
Yes. And then Bobby Brown wants to sing song close to his heart with his dad.
Can I ask a very brief question?
They're from New Edition.
Is this the same Bobby Brown that was dating Tina Turner?
I thought it was Whitney Houston.
Whitney Houston. Okay, so Whitney Houston. I don't know. I'm just because when I hear Bobby Brown, that's the only one that I think of.
I believe so.
I don't know if it's the same dude. Because
I thought it was Whitney Houston.
Whitney Houston, bro.
Oh.
This is the abusive one?
Yeah, that's why I'm is this that guy? Is he allowed on television?
I believe
I don't know. I'm just I'm like, oh, this turned like awkward. Is this gonna get like awkward drunk and start hitting people? Like, what kind of holiday special is
It's not that.
Okay.
Apparently he's sober and he's okay now, so that's why he's able to.
So you originally met Whitney Houston in '89.
Is that the same dude though?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's 5 years younger than Whitney Houston. He was 22 and they were 27 when they got married.
Okay.
Throughout their marriage, they went through periods of infidelity, domestic violence, and drug use. Their personal issues became comedy fodder for talk shows and sketch shows, notably Mad TV, where they were satirized as sexual drug addicts. So he was charged with battery in 2003. They were also on a reality show in 2005.
Who was?
Bobby Brown and Whitney Houston. In 2006, Houston filed for separation and they got divorced in 2007.
Okay.
She got custody. Yes. So anyways, yes. So they had done drugs.
Yes.
Bobby Brown has stated that he used laced marijuana with rock cocaine. And then Houston told Oprah Winfrey that Bobby Brown had been abusive during their marriage and had spat on her on one occasion. So yes, there was definitely like, so that is the same Bobby Brown.
Okay, so I'm like, isn't this Batman? But okay. So.
Yes.
But
I guess he got better. Yeah, I think he turned his life around.
So he was originally a New Edition. They got formed in 1981 when he was only 12 years old.
Wow.
With his childhood friends. So they're kind of like considered like the first real boy band.
Yeah.
Because like it's which they kind of discuss later on something. But yes, there's that. So then I guess then they broke up in 2000 and something. Oh, wow. Okay, interesting. Despite all the group's success, Brown felt the group was never rightfully paid for the money they felt they earned during their success, later saying, the most I saw from all the tours and all the records sold was $500 and a VCR.
Wow.
Not sure if that's actually true, but that kind of, yes. So,
well, I guess back then, I don't know. You weren't getting paid that much.
And it says controversy
happening
before this even happened. Controversy arose over the way Brown was removed from the group. Some say Brown was asked to be let out of New Edition, but VH1 Behind the Music documentary said the group that he was voted out by the group via their management team.
Wow.
So, and that some members were against the decision. So then after that, he had his own solo career, and then after that, then he met Whitney Houston. So yes. So.
Oh, okay. So this is okay.
So yes, in a long answer to your question, yes, that is the same Bobby Brown.
Okay.
Same Bobby Brown, but appears to be doing better now, I guess.
Okay.
And that they first reunited with New Edition in 1990, and then 97, and then as of 2016, they got back together. So it's kind of been off and on throughout the years.
Okay.
So anyways, okay, there you go. So there's bringing that down.
All right. No, I was just like, I'm like the same dude, but yes. Okay. Thank you.
Yes, it is.
So just so that we are, honesty is our policy here on the podcast.
Of course.
We're lifting the veil for y'all because we're industry.
Transparent, right?
Yes. We're industry specialists. So you're welcome.
And you know what? Maybe that might be something that we look into in the future, is doing like a few of the older boy bands. Because I feel like we didn't start listening to music until well after they were already kind of broken up and stuff. So like, I don't know a lot about New Edition. I do know that a lot of the boy bands look up to them. And so maybe that's something we can do in a future episode.
Okay.
So anyway, so this song is apparently very close to his heart. I guess him and his dad maybe performed it, or this was a song that his dad liked. So it was called Give Love on Christmas Day. So for this one, Bobby Brown, Michael Bivins, Wanya, Morris, and Shawn Stockman were singing this one. So it's like, and love on Christmas Day. You know that song? Wow. I'm sorry, guys. But that's, so.
They were very, I will give them.
It sounded very good.
I thought it was really good.
They got swag. This was beautiful. I'm like, ooh.
Yes.
Ooh,
their voices meshed well together.
Vocal harmony.
Yeah. It's just very good.
Given the good energy and the smooth.
Everyone had their role that they played. It was really good.
Yeah. It was seriously. Yeah, it was good.
Yes, I thought that was great. So, okay. So then after they were done, Joey, Give Love on Christmas. I don't know why I wrote that. And then Griff says,
that's the
oh,
song.
Joey's like, yeah, so we have to give love on Christmas. And then Griffin was like, yeah, love and a PS5.
Yeah.
That was good. I like that one.
Like,
Adorable.
oh, that Griffin. Because how old is Griff? Is he like 14-ish?
15, I thought.
I thought 14.
Oh,
Around there, probably.
Sorry, 1 second.
He's almost as tall as his dad.
Yeah,
so
that
I'm
was
like, okay.
funny.
Yeah.
It is, and then they made like a next generation joke, and I'm like, okay, you know what? Like, if my dad was a boy bander and I was a dude, I'd consider it.
Yes, Griffin is 14.
Yeah.
And he's actually been in a
Nice.
couple of like TV shows and things like that. So I haven't actually have you watched any of Griffin's stuff? His main thing he was known is
What did
Country.
he-
So Country Comfort was like the latest thing he did. It's like a Netflix special. So he was on that.
I can say that I have not seen that. Anything else?
Yeah, so I feel like he's been in a couple of things.
I feel like he should be
I know.
the topic of another episode.
Yeah.
Look at this. These episode ideas are just coming.
See,
to us.
there's
So-
coming on.
Oh,
Anyway, so Griffin is adorable. He's also in the Boys in the Band music
I was going to
video.
say,
yes,
yeah.
And he's in the
That's the one
front
that we
row dancing, which I think is hilarious because it's supposed to be a high school, and he was definitely not high school aged at the time of that video coming out. And I was like, he's very short and looks young, but
maybe
whatever.
he's like a Punky Brewster or whatever that show was, where the guy was smart and went to high school, and he was like a little boy.
It was definitely not Punky Brewster because that was the girl who was like an orphan and then lived with the old man and had like.
Oh,
Are you talking about Smart Guy? Maybe?
no.
That was also one where a kid was in high school. Oh, Doogie Howser is what you're
That's the
thinking.
guy. Yeah, I'm like,
That's
he had a
what you're
stupid
thinking.
name.
Doogie
That's the
Howser.
one.
Doogie Howser was a. You know what? I only watched one episode of Doogie Howser ever, and it was because we were on an airplane coming back from something, and it was there, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh. So he's like a medical student, and like he's like
A
14 or something.
Yeah.
This whiz, and then I guess at the end he would write like on his Commodore 64 like little diary entries or whatever.
Aw.
So if you do like that idea, though, there's a new one on Netflix. I think it's Netflix or is it Disney Plus? It's probably Disney Plus, and it's called Doogie Kawalamea MD. So it's a girl. So it's a remake of it, and it's a girl, and she lives in Hawaii.
Uh-huh.
And so she's.
Oh, I
the
think I saw
doctor.
something like that about it. Yeah.
It's super cute. It's only like
Okay.
10 episodes long, and it's just like her like living in Hawaii, and then she has like a friend, and then she has this boy that she has a crush on, but obviously she doesn't go to school because she's a doctor, and like getting her driver's license, and her parents don't want her to do things because she's young, and her dad. So her mom is also works at the hospital and is like a very smart woman and like very like da 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 da. And her dad owns like a shaved ice truck and is very chill.
Cute.
And then she
Oh.
has like two brothers, and one is good at baking, and the other one just really wants to pick up chicks, and he's young, and it's ridiculous. It's just like a cheesy, good like Disney show.
Feel good,
So if
yeah.
you want
All
to
right.
binge something this Christmas, check it out. Just type in
Okay.
Doogie because I have no idea
All
how
right.
to say the last name.
Okay. Cool.
All right. Well,
But
thanks
anyways,
for sharing.
that totally went off topic. But anyways, so then Griffin starts playing the piano, and then Joey's like, "We've brought some friends, some kids. I guess they're like carolers."
This was a choir.
So they're
Random
just like
children.
random children have now shown up at this cabin in the woods.
Yeah.
And the song that they do is this one's for the children. So Griffin is playing the piano. Joey and Griffin both sing. The kids background are going or okay, I just
Like
wrote
a
down,
choir, like a choir.
like the
Wait a
choir.
minute.
They're not like no.
I'm alone in a cabin with all these men. Ah!
That's not. It's just like a very nice, like it sounds nice, little choir in the background. I wrote, not a fan of Joey's hair. Oh, that
Oh,
Joey!
see, we're
Oh,
all not a fan. See?
I thought you were talking about Joey Fatone earlier.
No.
Because I
Oh,
said when
Joey
Joey
Mac.
came in.
Yes, it was. Yeah, it's
See, we
weird.
all agree.
Now the memory has jogged back. Yes, it was like a poofy weirdness.
Terrible.
He didn't.
Yes.
He didn't comb it or what? I don't know what he was doing.
It was dumb. It was
Yeah.
dumb.
And then so they finish the song, and Joey goes, "Give it up for the newer kids on the block."
this
And
guy.
then they all leave. They're just
Yeah,
gone,
he went some. They went somewhere. They're like,
Oh,
oh, we
they're
gotta
like-
go for dinner or something.
So then they're gone. So then that is all you see. That is the only New Kids on the Block member that has appeared in this special. But okay, at least somebody made an appearance, so we're good. So then Wanya talks about, remember listening to songs, and some songs don't make sense. So they're like, so now all the rest of the boy bands are just kind of like sitting around on the couch, like chatting, like, my 2 front teeth. And he's like, who asks for body parts for Christmas? Like, you're just like, oh, okay. And then they're like, grandma got run over by a reindeer is very morbid, and which is true, yes. And then somebody says, I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. And then someone's like, no one knows that song.
Yeah.
Isn't it Chris, right? I think it was Chris. Or was it Joey?
Maybe Joey, I don't know. And then someone's
one of them.
And then someone's like, how do you wrap up a hippo? That's ridiculous. And then, oh my God. And then there's sorry, Michael. Okay.
Somebody
just tell them you're on a call.
I'm just like, so then someone goes, I saw mommy kissing Santa Claus. And then, it's like so bent out of shape. And he's like, where's your dad? Blah, 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 blah. And then they're like just arguing about this mom. And then Chris says, if you didn't get it on videotape, it didn't happen. And then they're just like, oh, so then like she's kissing. And then she's like tickling him. And they're like, that's crossing the line by tickling. And then it's just like, so there's like this whole entire rant about this like thing. And then finally they're just like, does he not actually know what this song is about? And they're just like, don't worry, like it's fine. So obviously
let him have this one. Let him have this one.
Yeah.
So essentially, if no one is unaware of what this song is about, Santa Claus is actually the dad.
Yes.
Dressed up as Santa. So mommy is kissing Santa Claus. Yeah. But who knows? I'm sure maybe some point in time people did cheat with, I don't know, Santa fetishes. I don't know where I'm going with this. So it's just going to continue on. Does anybody else have anything else to say for that section?
No, thanks.
Okay.
No, that was good.
Santa is not sexy, so thank you.
No.
Okay.
All right. So up next we have Wanya and Shawn, and they're at the window and they're like, oh, look, it's snowing outside. I see snow. So
but when they came, wasn't it already snowing too?
Yes, it was snowing the entire time.
Wait, you missed the special wings.
The special wings.
Remember the chicken wings? They had this big platter of chicken wings.
Was that Wanya that brought it?
I don't know.
Somebody brought chicken wings, yes.
And it was like, this is our family tradition. I'm like, damn, that looks fucking tasty.
It is.
Yeah,
give me the chicken wings.
Yeah, right, exactly.
You could eat it on the screen and just like...
Yeah.
Great if they could make like smell-o-vision.
I know.
TV.
Oh, that would be great.
Yes.
I know. Yeah, he said, so they sang a song, but then during that time they said the snow is fake, but the emotions are real.
Yes.
You felt it in your heart.
The song they sang was Let It Snow. And Chris said, so that was Wanya and Shawn that sang that.
Yes.
And then Chris says, I think the snow might be fake, but the emotions are real. Yes.
Yes.
So that was that. So then they went to a commercial break again. And there was they tease it up and I don't know. So
and like the narrator's like, oh, what's going to happen? Come
back. So
too much.
So then they come back and Joey has embroidered stockings.
Joey Fatone.
And it said Chris and Drew. I don't know what that thing says. So anyway, so they have all these stockings.
I'm gonna pause you for a second. Maybe you should write it on your phone next time.
But I'm writing it fast and scribbling, guys. So anyway, so they have all these that was it. So they have all these stockings, and then they all look the same except for Nick's.
Yes.
Looks like really bad. And at this point, Nick Lachey, in case anyone's wondering, there is no Nick Carter. There is no Backstreet Boys in this. So just putting that out there. So Nick Lachey calls in and then is talking. And then he says something like, Drew, you've always been my favorite, no matter what mom says. Okay, bye. Like, what does mom say? What is mom saying about me? But so
it's breaking up. It's breaking up.
No. I think it's that he started breaking up because he doesn't like Chris Kirkpatrick. So when Chris Kirkpatrick came on, he's like, "Oh, I gotta go." Yeah,
I gotta go. So then Chris was like, "What? He didn't want to talk to me." And then Joey goes, "He doesn't like
Drew."
You.
Drew was like, He doesn't."
No. Joey Fatone says he doesn't like you. And then Drew goes, "He doesn't like you either." So
yes. Sorry, I got it mixed up. Yeah, sorry.
Ow.
So that's that. So yeah.
That was funny.
Sorry that all these sounds are coming in.
Couldn't Nick Lachey just take off his shirt for the call? Come on.
Like we said, it's a wholesome family entertainment.
I suppose if he was in Hawaii, that would make vague sense.
Mama wants to see some abs for Christmas. Okay? Like that would have been a good opportunity. But okay.
Okay, sounds good. So no abs. Spoiler alert, no abs for the rest of this episode, guys. Okay, so then they call them to the couch to talk to talk about something.
They're doing boy band rivalry talk.
Yes.
Rivalry is the word that I
Yes.
scribbled. Yes. And then Chris goes, Backstreet who? And then they were like, so then they start talking about that, and they're like, okay, well, it's kind of more like a fight between the fans. There was never really a fight with us. Blah blah blah.
Oh,
like,
sure.
yeah, the fans. Yeah, it's not Lou orchestrating this. And
Yeah,
he
you failed to mention that, dick.
Yeah, I know. Why are you blaming the fans? They're the reason why you made
I was
so much
just like,
money. Come on.
who's watching this? The fans. So please do not call us out for this. But yes,
I know. This is your guys. Come on.
But also, they have said that in the past there was some rivalry, like the girl, that chick who slept with everybody or dated everybody. And then there was also like,
who?
I want to say her name was Amanda.
AJ, Chris, those
and
two, right?
Jeff Timmons, I think.
And Jeff Timmons,
They all dated the same girl. I don't know. It's just like,
good job.
But then also there's also like the rumors being thing, or the whole thing that Backstreet didn't know that NSYNC was being made, and there was like a whole secret name, and they didn't know that Lou was the one doing all that stuff. So like there was some hurt feelings, and so, like, yes, they are all friends now, and I feel like some of them were friends at the time, but don't say that there was no rivalry at all, because we all know
as time goes on and you get older, yes, you're like, okay, it's okay now because we're older now, we're wiser, we understand. But back then you're like, no, come on.
Yeah.
So, okay. So then there's some other, and then they were saying, like the record sales, I guess we were kind of fighting with that. And Drew goes, we saw the album sales numbers, and that's what kind of made us want to do better, because you guys were doing better. And like we could walk into the stores and we saw like we were whatever. And Chris was like, you guys could walk into stores, which is,
that was good.
Sad,
that was good.
Like, well, yes, I guess, because if they were like
back
a little
in
more.
My day.
Because obviously, if we're going to go record sales wise, we had like your NSYNC and Backstreet were pretty much up there. And then you're like O-Town and 98 Degrees were not. It's like some people would recognize, but they definitely were not flying off the shelf. So it was.
Like, think of like Heinz ketchup and then like President's Choice ketchup. Like it's still good. It's just like, people aren't like.
Some people prefer President's Choice things.
Yeah, I know, but it's not. They're not clamoring on the shelves, is what he's
true. That's true.
Yeah.
True.
Very much. Okay, so they were kind of like just kind of talking that, and then Shawn was saying it's kind of more like a fraternity. No one else has been through this same experience, so like that's why they kind of all the boy banders kind of bond together.
Yeah,
because they have that.
They all know what everyone's going through.
Yeah, so like obviously to different extents, but for the most part, they kind of like they know about the screaming fans and the tours and getting screwed over by management and like not being taken seriously, and like so it's kind of like they're like the only type of people who've gone through this. It's a very small fraternity of that. Then Eric talks about how they were put together on ABC, which then I was like, that's why ABC has picked up this special.
Yeah,
they did Making the Band back in the day.
That's right.
I never made that connection.
I know. Oh, yes, Eric still probably has some contacts or whatever.
Maybe.
And then Eric was saying how they looked up to NSYNC. Right. And that was like kind of like what they wanted to aspire to be, is to be like NSYNC. So then Chris says that if we had to, and he's like how they had to audition and all
this
stuff.
Next line. So
it's really good.
Then Chris says, well, if we had to audition, we wouldn't have been in NSYNC. Like,
oh my God, that was so good.
Like, we would not have got through the audition process. And he's like, we had to put ourselves together. So that was kind of whatever. And then there was some sort of football analogy about trading people to other boy bands or something. I don't know.
Yes. Jeff Timmons traded Erik-Michael Estrada. So they switched boy bands.
You're like, Eric's in now, whatever, we're moving out. And then they were talking about sharing rooms. So like, and that's how they kind of bonded a lot. So NSYNC was like, we had 3 rooms we had to share between the 5 guys and whatever. And then 98 Degrees was like, 3 rooms. We had no rooms. We had our own Winnebago that we had to drive ourselves. It was like we had to drive ourselves to things because they also kind of put themselves together, right?
That's cute, but also fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's true. And then if you go back to our LFO episode, there's like another Winnebago-y story that's also. Anyways, so
it kind of reminds me of remember the guys we interviewed. And then
boy band review.
Yeah. They're driving themselves around too. I'm like, you're doing the thing Good job, guys.
Yes, you guys go check out that episode. That was like 3 or 4 episodes ago. But yes, it's called Boy Band Review, and they're like a boy band tribute group, and they play a lot of different boy band music and stuff. And they're like, yeah, exactly that.
They're doing their own boy band.
They have their own equipment. They set up their instruments. They do all that stuff. They tear down. So it's like,
and they drive themselves around.
Exactly. So it's like in this white van, and then they have like a little trailer with all their equipment and clothes and stuff. And then so I think that's pretty cute. So so it was obviously
go check
like
them out, guys. Go
different levels of boy band success at this point, right? So then at this point, Mel C shows up.
Oh my God! I was like, yes,
that was great. Because at that time, the boy banders, 97, Spice Girls, 97, they were big deal back then.
Like, she's like, okay. She's like, you guys are making too much noise. And then they're like, oh, sorry. They're like, and Joey was renting the guest house from her. So she's in like the main house. And this is the guest house that Mel C has on like Airbnb for the boys to rent out.
Which is like far away from the main house.
Yes,
that was fun.
And then she was saying that everthing in the guest house, all the electronics run on girl power.
Yeah,
Mel C.
Yes. That was good. That was good. Yes.
And then we're like, oh, we're having a party up here with a bunch of girls, and like, oh, can we join? She's like, yeah, maybe later you guys can come. Okay, bye. So she was
like, you can join if you want, if you really, really want.
No, I got you. Woo!
You did the thing.
You did it.
She was wearing like a silver sparkly jacket. Like, it was very cute. And we're like, oh.
It was good. I enjoyed that appearance.
Yeah,
that was very cute. Nice. Unexpected to see. So
we're
like, good. So then at this point, then they go into Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
Oh my God.
Wait.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
So they were talking about it, and then Joey's like, wouldn't you want to sing it? And then that's when they started to sing it.
Very
like
nice. This
is the only part of like the whole special that like I was like on my couch with Kenny. I'm like, Kenny, it's the song! It's the American. And he's just like, I've never heard this song before. And I'm like,
what?
Singing along, I'm like, yeah, Merry Christmas!
What you talking about, Gary? You've never heard that song?
I'm pretty sure I've had it on like, but
yeah,
I was losing my mind.
Yeah. I also sang along. Absolutely, it's a good, catchy song. How can you not?
Really, so, like the best part of the whole special.
Yeah, so it was Jeff Timmons, Chris Kirkpatrick, Joey Fatone, Erik-Michael Estrada, Drew Lachey, and Justin Jeffrey. So 98 Degrees, a member of O-Town, and NSYNC. So singing
Merry Christmas.
And I was so excited.
Happy holidays.
So I'm like singing along and I'm all excited and everything's like whatever. And then midway through the song, then I got super depressed. Like super depressed. I was like tearing up. It was so sad because I was just like, I haven't seen any of these boys in person in like over 2 years. And I was just like, and then I'm thinking, no, I haven't met all of them. Like, I have met all of them. I've hung out with every single one of these people on stage because the 398 Degrees minus Nick was at that convention that Sophia and I went to in Chicago, the shit show convention.
Rewind Con.
Like, yes, Rewind Con. So like hanging out with them. Obviously, we've met Eric and Chris and Joey, and I was just like, I miss every single one of them.
I miss everyone too. We haven't done anything.
I was just like, holy crap! Like it just like hit me like a ton of bricks. I'm like, I've had personal conversations with every single one of these guys. I've had hugs from every single one of these guys, and I'm just like, it sucks.
Yeah. COVID sadness is coming.
Holy crap. It like hit me like a fucking ton of bricks. And I was just like so depressed. And I was like, okay. But then I was like, but this is such a good song. So snap out of it. It is a good song.
So yes, it is. Have you met New Edition too?
I have not, no.
They've got to put them on the list.
No.
Yes. We haven't met New Edition.
We haven't met
or BoysIIMen. Okay.
We've seen BoysIIMen perform with New Kids on the Block.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. So have we seen? Did New Edition do stuff with them too? Did we see that?
Yes, because we went to the Apollo Theater in New York.
Yes, that's right. That's right. Yes. We did see them. So we have seen. So I've seen like all of these boy bands, but like this particular group. For Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, I have literally had conversations with all of them, and it was just like, I miss all of the boy bands, and this is such a good song, and this is like, yeah, it was like very weird. It went from, wow, and like sing it along and be like, rah.
I know.
So,
It's been a rough go collectively for humanity for 2 years.
yes.
Yeah.
So,
And I think the second year has been worse than the first year, which is weird, but yeah.
because I feel like most people who didn't crack in the first year have suddenly, like, especially in this last little while, are just like, I need a break. I need, like, because you're just like so excited that COVID is over and like, just kidding. Here's another variant.
Omicron assholes.
Yeah. We're shutting things down again, and we're asking just like.
So then we're like back to like March 2020, basically, of how it was.
Like legit. I've seen a whole bunch of memes. It's like, oh, it's Groundhog Day. We're back in March 2020. Like, blah blah blah. We're just like, stop, for the love of God, stop.
Yeah,
I just want to go back to normal.
I know. And then you're reading articles saying like it won't be over until 2024, and I'm like, stop saying things like this.
I did not read that article.
I didn't read it.
I'm like, I cannot go through 4 years of this.
Yeah. Shit.
Oh my God. But like, just like, and I think also this week, this aired before this week's stuff, but Ontario is going back into another like set of things, and it's just like
another restriction.
They're like indoor capacity on things are 50%, and they like announced it 2 days before. So there's all these like sold out games, like hockey and basketball. Like, just kidding, we can only do 50% capacity, which you're like, okay, fine, then it'll just be the season ticket holders. No, just kidding. Season ticket holders account for 65 and 80% of tickets sold. So even if you're a season ticket holder, you still don't get to go. It's like every other game.
Ow.
And then they ended up having to cancel some games because some guys on the teams got sick. So like, it's just like, there's a lot going on right now. So
do you remember the comedian, Chinzia? We went to go see this comedian.
Oh my God. Look at the story was hilarious.
So funny. Okay, tell.
Okay. So he's like there, and he's just like talking about this variant in the I cannot say
Omicron.
Or Omicron? Okay.
Omicron, whatever. He's like this. And he's like, I'm really glad that the government has decided to make this announcement that on Sunday, and at this day it was Friday, he's like, on Sunday, they're shutting things down. So we got 2 days notice that the virus is coming. So right now the virus isn't here. So like, it's just like my apartment building is on fire, but I'm having a party. And I'm like, you know what, fire guys, don't come put out the fire until Sunday, because it's not really on fire. I'm having a party. So, just wait. And he was like, oh my God. And then he was like standing up and he's like, so the thing is, I've decided that the coronavirus is only affecting people, like the air in this bracket. He's like, so when you're standing up, you got to wear a mask. But when you're sitting down, you don't have to wear a mask. So really, when you stand up, so if you're just like crouching down at this level, you're good. And he's like, that's why the kids weren't getting it, because the kids are below the
oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
The virus level. Oh my God, I was fucking dying. It was hilarious.
It was good.
What was the comedian's name?
He was like a bald dude.
Oh, is it Constantine?
No, it was like, no, this was like, I had entered a contest.
These are like local
Hamilton.
Oh, okay.
So I had entered a contest. Sorry.
Because I was, this comedian also, Constantine, he's Greek from New York City, and he also does these kinds of like crazy things that were said. So it sounded like something he said,
He was like one of those like yelling comedians where he just yelled everything.
Oh, okay.
And you're just like, okay, we don't need to yell that much, but yeah, but it's pretty funny. So like, essentially I saw this thing pop up on Facebook, and it's like, oh, go to this event at Carmen, like this banquet hall, and it's comedians and dinner and a game show and trivia. And I was like, ooh, I like game shows and free and stuff, but I'm like, I don't want to pay money for this. So I entered the contest knowing that only 2 other people had entered. I was like, I think my odds of winning are very good.
Oh, is that the one that you won?
So then Lydia and I ended up going to it, and we were like 45 minutes late, which was like, oh my God. So we walk in, and it's obviously always awkward to walk into a comedy show late because they're just like judging
roasting you. And
the only table available was like on the other end, but it was beside the food. Front row. So we're like, all right, we got a table to ourselves. Like, I felt so bad because I counted and only 27 people were in the audience.
Aww.
And we were free, so Lord knows if anybody else was free in that crowd. So they definitely lost money at the event, but it was a cute event. They had like little games, they had like archery and basketball. Lydia got pulled up for trivia.
That's awesome.
Almost, I wasn't cheating and trying to give her the answers. It was
she's doing this mouth thing. And I'm like, what the fuck are you saying?
And then like, when I
write it down and be like, hey.
No, because
we were all sitting in a table facing the audience. So if she
and then like the host was there, and I'm pretty sure he also saw me mouthing shit to you. And at one point they're like, what is Frosty the Snowman's nose made out of? Carrots? And I was like, button nose. Button.
And I'm like,
then Lydia's like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, button. Button. And then she's like, I don't understand any of your but I was making such a loud gesture. And I was just like,
it's so good.
I wish I was there because I could have been
ridiculous.
dying of
So
laughter.
good.
Lydia almost won a TV, but did not. She came in second place.
It was a monitor. It wasn't even TV.
That's okay. Good try.
That's what it is.
You know what? No, it was good because I was like in a depression spiral that day. So like that was like serendipitous that you won that, and then we went.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah,
you were like,
yeah.
oh, had such a hard day. And then Cindy's like, yeah, let's go because you need some.
We're going to free food and comedy. I'm like, this is the best thing that you could have done. Thank you. And then I felt
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm glad that helped lift your spirits.
Yeah. For the Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, they did miss the clapping part in the middle of the song, but they had it at the end of the song. But I was just like, this was not true to the song, but whatever. I will forgive it.
I didn't even notice at that point. So
yeah, there's like a choir part in the middle.
Okay.
But they missed that part. But I'm like, okay, whatever. I wish there was a choreographed dance. I wish they did just a couple moves, guys. Come on, man. That would have been good, but whatever. Anyways, so then they started kissing up to their fans, which was cute. I like that.
Well, we got to make up for we're blaming us in the middle of the show.
Oh, jackasses. So that was super cute. And then they were
then Shawn had said something like, I still don't think we're a boy band. And then someone else said, oh, just let them have it. It's fine. We're a boy band, whatever. So
the BoysIIMen guys?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
He said, let Joey have it. It's okay for one night.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then, so I have thanks to fans.
And then they talked about their aliases.
Yes.
Which is cute. Just in case.
Yes.
That was funny. Yeah.
That was funny.
That was funny. I have Chris on a plane. I don't know why I wrote that.
Oh, yeah, because they're talking about their fans and like how crazy some of their fans were.
They like sneak onto planes and stuff.
They sneak on the planes and then he's checked shower curtains and stuff like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes. Sorry. So I said, Bobby Brown said they're like, oh, how did you know that you were like, famous or whatever? So Bobby's like, the first time that we heard our song on the radio, and he was like so excited and stuff. And he said at that time there were still rotary phones. Yeah. So he was like trying to call people like, listen to us on the radio. We're on the radio.
So cute.
And then Drew was talking about how their songs have lived on. So even if like they weren't doing stuff for a while, like there was wedding songs or stuff. So like songs are like fans' special moments and like, it just means like something else, and it's great.
Yeah,
it's timeless, right? It's timeless songs.
Yeah, exactly. That bring emotions and things. So whatever memories. Then Chris was talking about in Europe, like fans were jumping on like luggage racks and hiding behind curtains, and he said like even to this day, anytime he goes to a hotel room, he'll look behind the curtains first to make sure nobody's hiding out there. Jeff Timmons said that when they were in Asia, like they ordered room service and fans like snuck into the cart under the thing. So like, and then so then Bobby had his alias just in case, and then Eric was like, do you guys agree with like the nicknames that people came up with or like your stereotype thing of the bands? They were kind of like chatting about that and how like the magazines would be like, you're the so-and-so one, you're the this, like whatever.
Oh yeah, the cute one, the bad boy.
They're like, sometimes you just kind of like agree and sometimes you're like, whatever. And then they said they would like make up answers sometimes. And he's like, just like these, we get asked these stupid questions, it's ridiculous. So he just made up some answers. And then like those answers to those questions are now in the like the 98 Degrees board game and stuff. And then I was like, there's a 98 Degrees board game?
Maybe.
Because I was like, we need to look that up and play games, which also reminds me that we need to play a board builder game next time.
Oh yes, I know. I'm so excited.
And then Chris was like, we have a board game or something like that. Or he didn't know that he had a board game either.
Yeah.
Did you catch that?
Yeah, something like that. But they had so much merch and all that jazz. So,
let me just quickly share the screen. I will show you guys that there is indeed a
98 degrees.
98 degrees. Yes. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say.
Wonderful.
Do you see this?
No. Yes.
It's called 98 degrees.
Play for keeps.
Oh, when was it out? When did it come out?
2002.
Ooh.
Let's see. It's no ordinary board game. You play for prizes you can keep. And did you know that 98 Degrees was kicked out of the high school choir for goofing around? This is cute.
Or which one is the Karate Kid? Okay. All right. We'll see if we can find this. Maybe.
Look at how many episodes are coming up in just one episode.
See?
My God.
We just talk about it and just let out these things.
We're like
just
manifesting. That's
right.
By the way, guys, again, this is like a podcast for you guys too. So if there's any topics that you want us to cover in future episodes, give us a mention or a comment or whatever, because we're always looking for ideas, especially like this last year has been really hard because there hasn't been a lot going on in the boy band world. It's really hard to come up with ideas when there's nothing happening. So I feel like it's starting to get better and more things are happening. But for sure, if there's a boy band that we haven't talked about in our 170 odd episodes that you want us to focus on, let us know. Or if there's an album review you want us to do, or anything, like just send us a message at Boy Band Break. We are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Gmail, TikTok, kind of like.
We gotta do another one when we're together.
A Ko-fi.
Ko-fi, yes. So if you
and
want
all of that is on a link tree.
Yes, so we have a link tree with all that information. But anyways, so we're gonna try to track down this 98 Degrees board game. So that'll be fun. But so then they start talking about how they look up to each other.
Yeah.
So Eric was saying how they look up to Boys to Men, right? So they're just like, we look up to like the previous boy bands before us. And then Boys to Men, we're talking about how they look up to New Edition and how that thing. So it was a very nice moment where they're kind of giving kudos to each other and like inspiring them and having great songs and all that.
They're appreciative of each other's work and how they came to be and that kind of thing.
Yeah, and then Boys to Men, the name came from a New Edition song or something.
Yeah, that was good to know.
Yeah, I did not know that. So that was pretty cool.
And I think was it Eric? I think who said like, I want to be on that stage someday. He said something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he was watching them at a concert or on thing, and he's like, that's what I want to be, and I want to aspire to be like them.
Yeah,
so it was really cool to see like the different generationals as well. Just kind of.
And even though there's like a gap with age, they all went through like similar things.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and just like, and then they said like, turns out we are the biggest fans. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, that was very sweet.
Yeah, that was cute. And
then it was nice.
Song.
Then they had their last song, and everybody so all of the boy bands that were there have joined in, and the song was This Christmas.
This Christmas, yes. That was good.
Christmas.
This was so much better because there was more movement. Like there was
shaking hands.
There was more movement.
Yeah,
a lot of shaking hands and like camaraderie.
Yes.
Let me see a butt cheek for God's sake.
No butt cheeks were shown.
I know it would have been nice.
Drop your pants, guys! Come on, for a little Christmas spirit.
Let me see.
Do you actually want to see the butt cheek though, like a hairy butt cheek?
Maybe one butt cheek. Maybe like Erik-Michael Estrada. No. Hold on. Ashley.
I thought you like.
Ashley Parker Angel was not there.
I know.
So
if you'd like to see him, he's all on Instagram. So go check out.
I know he's a thirst trap, but I don't mind.
Well, you are Mama Lou, right? So.
You got it, boss. But yeah. Anyways, and then
So then there was a last commercial.
Hilarious.
And then
I put narrator lols.
And then there was like a recap of the special.
Okay.
So he was all like, oh, this happened, this. Wanya brought chicken wings. They sang about this.
Yeah.
This happened here. Blah, 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 blah. So
just in case if you miss anything, the narrator helped you to follow along.
And then they found this, and then the kids did this. And so that kind of ends it. So then Joey gets a call from Lance, who looks like crap, and he's all like raccoon eyes and covered in puke, and he's like, sorry, I couldn't make it. Maybe next year, these poor, the babies,
the baby twins.
Yeah.
So he's like, sorry guys, like I'll definitely try to make it next year. And Joey's like, yeah, okay, whatever. And then there's like they're showing like some bloopers and stuff.
Oh my god, the blooper that I loved.
Yeah.
Can I say it before you go? Okay. So he was talking to like one of the Backstreet Boys and was like, oh, I forgot to call you. And then he was like, is the Backstreet Boys even a boy band? That was my favorite one.
Yes, because I think he mentioned something, a fake called Nick or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then at one point, and maybe with Lance, I don't know, then Joey's like, okay, bye, bye, bye. And then he was
That's a good one, too.
I like the one where like the two guys are looking out the window and like looking at the snow. And
Oh, yeah. Shawn and Wanya.
yeah, I can't
Wanya,
remember.
however you say his
What
name.
did he say? Like, oh, some fake shit. Or like, it was like, I don't know, can't remember.
Oh, he said, that's snow. We've seen it before. We're from Philly. It's okay.
Or Philly, yes. Philly.
It's like, we're okay. We're from Philly. We've seen this
They were
snow before.
supposed to
Don't
be
worry
like
about it.
looking out in wonder, like, oh my goodness, snow.
Yeah.
And they're just like, we fucking have seen snow before.
That was-
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was great. That was great, too.
That was good. I loved it.
Yeah, so there was definitely some good moments there, and I think that,
Yeah.
It was a nice way to end it, I think.
Yeah.
The bloopers really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, like, I thought it was good. I mean, I was looking for more sexy. I know ABC's not sexy, but I mean, come on, give the moms drinking wine something to look at, for God's sakes. That's all. But
On a
next
boy
year,
band holiday.
maybe next year, Ashley.
Eric should really come to you and be like, hey, how can we spice this up a little bit with a little bit sexiness?
And I'll be like,
And
okay,
then-
here we go.
Ashley comes down the chimney naked, his clothes burnt off.
No, you could do it. They could do the naked apron. He can be like cooking. He can be cooking cookies, but only wearing like an apron, a really short one. And you're like, what's under the apron? Let me see it.
Do you think ABC would allow that? I think they need to be on Netflix then if we're doing
Maybe.
that.
Okay, all right. Eric, move over to Netflix. ABC has started the train. Keep it rolling. Then move over to HBO.
Oh my
and then it's
God.
no holds bar at all on HBO. So there you go.
Yeah.
So all in all, I yes, it's cheesy, but that's what I expect from my boy bands and
Exactly.
holiday specials.
Yeah.
It's just like holiday specials supposed to be like that. So I thought it was very cute. I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
And thank you very much again to Robin for finding
Thank
it
you,
for us.
Yes.
Robin.
Greatly appreciated. I was having a lot of
Absolutely.
FOMO.
Thank you so much. But
Yeah,
yes, I
eventually-
also agree. I enjoyed
Yeah.
it. I thought it was good.
Eventually, my friend Steve found it. He's like, I finally found a torrent for it, but I'm like, Robin already beat you to it. So like girl power. That was really cool. Like, thank you, Steve. Thank you, Robin. Thank you, girls, for watching it and talking about it.
Yes. And you know what, guys? I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas. I know this is airing on Boxing Day, so I hope you had a very Merry Christmas.
Yes.
I just want to
And
point
if
out
you
my
didn't
little
get what
treat.
you want, tweet yourself.
That's right. Especially on Christmas. It's been a hard year. So enjoy. Don't let anyone make you sad. Enjoy the holiday.
It's a tough time of year for a lot of people and a lot of like whatever. But you know what? You do you and appreciate the things that you do have. And it sucks. And hopefully next year will be better. I just want to do a quick shout out to my little tree here. So I actually was buying this for Josh last year because it's like a rainbow Christmas tree. And then I was like, you know what? It's really cute. So I just want to keep it for myself. And the little, I keep pointing to the wrong side, the little ornaments. I'm in my Backstreet Boys mail exchange group, and they actually made them and their little Backstreet Boy wooden ornaments with their little,
that's awesome.
So they're very cute. So yes, so thank
I
you.
love that. Thanks for sharing.
Very cute. Yes.
So there you go. All right. So is everybody good? Anybody else? Nope. We're good.
Nope, we're good.
Do the exit, my guy.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for taking a break with us. Or is that your line?
Thanks for taking a break with us, guys.
Until next time. Thanks.
No.
Wait.
I'm saying, I told you Diane's line, and you're like, oh.
Okay. You know, we've only done like 174 episodes.
We've only done 3 years of this.
Oh my God. Okay.
So Diane says, thanks for taking a break
with us, guys.
And then
thanks
Sophia
for taking a break with us, guys.
Okay.
Until next time.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Merry Christmas. Happy
holidays. Happy New Year.